Hello, 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 this is Evan Rogers with Evan's Easy Japanese, here to teach you about the no particle, my precious. In case you don't know, that's a reference to that movie that was really popular. What was it called? The Lord of the Rings? Indeed! Today, we're learning about the no particle like I just told you. The no particle, my precious. This is going to be an easy video. The no particle shows ownership of a thing. That is, who owns what? For example, that cheery-looking fellow who will haunt your dreams for years to come is named Smeagol. That ring is his. Spoiler alert, he murdered somebody for it. To put it into an English sentence, the no would go after Smeagol and before ring. That is Smeagol no ring. You can see that Smeagol owns the ring. The charming fellow on the bottom left, the caped crusader who everyone knows, is Stupendous Man. I don't know his alter ego, however. Stupendous Man has a cape, as you can see, and that cape is red. So you might be able to say that Stupendous Man's cape is red. If we put the no particle in another English sentence, we'd see it's Stupendous Man no cape is red. The no particle here in this situation functions very similarly to an apostrophe S. Noun, no, noun. That's the pattern that I'm teaching you today. It's worth mentioning that this version of the no particle is only used between nouns. There are other usages of the no particle, but I am not teaching those today. After all, only a noun can own a noun, and only a noun can be owned by a noun. Did you get that? If you didn't, take 4 seconds or so to reread what I wrote. After all, only a noun can't own a noun. A verb can't own a noun. An adjective can't own a noun. An adverb can't own a noun. And only a noun can be owned by a noun. A noun can't own a verb. Man, yesterday, Bob's go doesn't work. However, you'll encounter situations where no comes after verbs and after adjectives. These are different no's. Beware of these no's, for they contain the evil of the universe. Not quite true, but hey, let's keep going. But also, you'll find adjectives and verbs after a no particle. These ones sometimes will be alright. When you see a verb or an adjective after a no particle, this might be the same no function that I'm talking about here. These verbs and adjectives are modifying the noun after them. Thus, it all works out. We do this in English too. Notice this example. This is me no ugly kid, Jimmy. Notice how after my, in English, me no would be translated as my. Notice how after my, or me no, we have an adjective, ugly. This is acceptable because we know that the word ugly is modifying kid. Thus, this is my kid, Jimmy. Which kid are we talking about? Well, that kid is quite ugly. This is my ugly kid. So, me no ugly kid. This works in Japanese. Don't worry, we'll get to real examples soon enough. Japanese examples, that is. And here's another example. Jimmy no hat that he won is red. Notice how we have Jimmy no hat that he won is red. Which hat are we talking about? We're talking about the hat that he won. In English, this verb describes the word hat. It comes after hat. In Japanese, it's vice versa. I haven't taught this pattern yet. I will in the future, and when I do, I hope that I shall link to it here. You can use verbs to directly modify nouns if those verbs come before the noun. Here is a few example ruru. Here be example ruru. Nihon no oishii ramen o tabetai desu. Nihon no... Oh, let's get out Mr. Mouse. Mouse exists now. Nihon, Japan. No oishii, tasty. Ramen is this stuff right here. It's called ramen soup. It's delicioso. If your city doesn't have one, or if your city doesn't have one, you should learn how to make it on your own. And if you live in the Columbus area, there is ramen restaurants. Ramen o tabetai desu. Taberu, tabemasu, taberu is to eat. Tabetai means want to eat. I will have another video explaining this pattern. Please hold on. Notice how we have Nihon no oishii ramen. Nihon is Japan. No shows us the Japan owns something. Does Japan own oishi, which means delicious? Japan owns delicious? Japan owns delicious! No. Japan owns the ramen. Nihon no oishi ramen. But Evan, Japan doesn't really own the ramen, does it? No, it doesn't really own the ramen, but we're saying Japan's ramen. Japan's delicious ramen is what's going on here. Nihon no Japan's oishi delicious ramen. Japan's delicious ramen o tabetai desu is wanted to eat by me. Is a weird way to say that. I want to eat delicious Japanese ramen. That works. I want to eat Japan's delicious ramen. Also works. I want to eat delicious ramen of Japan. Also works. That's a very strange sentence, isn't it? The no particle, sometimes we can read this backwards, and instead of using like an apostrophe S, we can translate it as an of. I want to eat delicious ramen of Japan. Ramen of Japan. Delicious ramen of Japan. It works, and we're going to see a better example in the future. Makku no mega makku wa ookii desu. Makku is what Japanese people call McDonald's. No mega makku is literally the Mega Mac. You can see it here. It's like a double Big Mac. Wa ookii desu. Ookii, big. Makku, McDonald's, no Mega Mac, the Mega Mac. Wa, we're talking about this all together as one topic. Ookii desu is big. Makku no Mega Mac wa ookii desu. McDonald's Mega Mac is big. Or McDonald's Mega Mac is big. The Mega Mac of McDonald's is big. Is another valid translation. Beef Tengoku Mega Mac. Beef Heaven Mega Mac. Man, 350 yen. That was probably a while ago. Alright. Let's go on. Oh, look, they even have I'm Rabuito as their tagline. Here are a few examples that use pictures instead of words. Here's this cheery fellow is Braum from League of Legends. Braum no tate. Tate means shield. Braum no shield wa. This shield des. So Braum's shield is this. Braum's shield is this. Or we could say, this is Braum's shield. This I'm talking about is Braum's shield. Those are the general patterns of today's lesson. Okay. Of course, all of the examples so far use des. あなたの使ってるペンを貸してください. 使う is to use. 貸す is to lend. You might notice that these are not in their proper forms. 使う this is the te form followed by iru, which means to currently be doing. 貸して is 貸す to lend. 貸してください. Please lend. Please lend to me. What are we going to lend to him? It's marked by the O particle. The pen. Pen. Please lend to me. 使ってる the pen that is being used. The pen that is being used. あなたの使ってるペンを貸してください. We can translate this as, so あなたの modifies pen, your pen. Also, 使ってる modifies pen, in use, being used. あなたの使ってる pen translates loosely to the pen that is in use of yours. So your pen that's being used. Most likely it translates to the pen that you're using. を貸してください. Please lend me the pen that you're using. Please lend me you are currently using pen. Very odd sentence, but accurate. Now the ownership of things can be communicated. これは僕のスパルタです. That's not really what the guy is saying in the movie. Hopefully you know this cheery fellow is King Leonidas from 300. He's not actually yelling, "This is Sparta," and, well, he does in the movie. However, this cheery fellow in my video is saying, "This is what I'm talking about, is my Sparta." Boku means I, or me. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys and girls. Be sure to check out www.evanseasyjapanese.com for Japanese Skyrim translations, help with the Japanese language proficiency test, grammar lessons, Japanese ghost stories, and even more. Please thumbs up and share this video with your friends. please share it on Facebook. Tell everybody you know about it. Donations are very, very welcome. Donating money reminds me that, yes, people appreciate what I'm doing. Many people don't realize this, but even just making a 5-minute video can take well over an hour's worth of time. Please leave comments in the video below telling me what you'd like to see me translate or do to help you guys out. Thanks again for watching, and have a holly jolly whatever day it is that you're watching this. See you guys. Evan out.